Should the Sixers pull the plug on Joel Embiid? This is the Putback Show, and I'm Teddy, and I'm here with Sly Moore. Look, it's been so many years, and the Sixers have been trying with Joel Embiid, and it seems like every year there's there's something. Maybe an injury, maybe his knee, maybe his arm, maybe his tongue, maybe his teeth. We don't know. It could be anything the next year. It could be his bum. We don't know. When he was traded, 2 years he didn't play basketball. And then now he started playing basketball.
When he was drafted.
When he was drafted. And every year there's something. And now it feels like Maxey has gained so many reps where he's ready to step into the role. Last year, it was Harden in the point guard position. This year, he was asked to step into that position, and my God, he has been so good. But then the question is, should they continue with Joel Embiid? With the way the next series is going, do you think that Joel Embiid will be able to make another deep postseason run?
It's not looking good at all, honestly. I mean, the series against the Knicks, we're the ones who said it. Paul Reed went on the podcast and said they'd prefer the Knicks over the Celtics. And now who's laughing? Who's laughing now, Paul Reed? You guys are the one. You guys are now down 3-1. You're going back to New York.
Bad.
And you know what? The funny thing is, after Game 4, Joel Embiid, post-match press conference, he was complaining about the Sixers fans not coming to the arena. And it was like the Knicks fans had flooded Philly. And you're going now to New York. Oh my God. You won't hear a pin drop there. The thing is, New York possibly have the best fans in the NBA.
Yeah.
And the reason why we don't hear much of them is usually their team doesn't play well. But this time, they've given them hope. Jalen Brunson has taken his team to the 2 seed.
Superman.
Come on, the New York Knicks, they are going to be on fire. But looking at the series, starting of the series, their star man didn't perform well, Jalen Brunson, and they were still able to get wins. If the star man doesn't perform well and you, the Sixers, can't get wins, then what about when he performs well? What about when he drops 40 on you? That is when you have problems. Now, the Sixers are in deep waters because the Knicks have just figured out how to play defense on them. I mean, the first 3 games, what was working for the Sixers, if you watch closely, was the 2-man game with Maxey and Embiid.
Yeah.
Every single time they went on it, they were scoring on some of the possessions.
Threes,
now,
right.
in the last game, the 2-man game, it was literally like
switch.
But come on, the New York Knicks, where are they getting this from? Tom Thibodeau, why are you getting your guys' energy from?
Defensive coach.
McBride coming in with the shooting. I mean, Josh Hart. Come on, like 17 rebounds in the last game. And you know the funny thing in them all, the Sixers fans will complain, okay, Joel Embiid is injured, his knee. Yeah. Come on, the Sixers number 2 option is literally not on the court. Julius Randle is out. And they are still winning games. You cannot make an excuse. That's why when we're talking about the Dallas series, I said, if the Mavericks fans are complaining that Luka's knee, he's having problems, I'm not going to listen to it because the whole of the playoffs, everybody's player is injured. I mean, Giannis and Dame are out. Donovan Mitchell is having problems. Yeah. Kawhi Leonard is out. We are having Julius Randle is also out. So literally everybody has injury problems. And that's how the playoffs are because we are playing so hard. You won't have it comfortable throughout the whole time. But that's where the big players step up. And I mean, Jalen Brunson has taken his game to another level.
The first two games, he didn't really come up. But then you had other role players coming up. Josh Hart shooting from 3. And you know one thing that's funny? Because normally he's not a good 3-point shooter. He should be, but he doesn't shoot. He's more the aggressive guy, the defensive guy. They were leaving him, giving him that gap. They were giving him the Draymond Green treatment.
Exactly,
and he was punishing them every time. And you see the problem I have with NBA players. When you give someone that opportunity and they make 4 in a row or four shots, why are you still leaving them? Why are you leaving everything to chance?
No. You see, the thing is, sometimes I don't want to blame them too much because you'd rather have Josh Hart take the 3 than Jalen Brunson in the mid-range. Because, you know, at least Josh Hart might miss a bit. Taking me back to the Dallas Clippers series. Harden on those floaters. You could contest Harden, but that's where you leave Terrence Mann wide open. Yeah. And they should have at least tried to take the Terrence Mann option. But they left Harden with the floaters. And I think that's the same situation that the Sixers are in. Because if Jalen Brunson is hot, you can't leave him wide open. And when he kicks it out to Josh Hart wide open, he's knocking them down.
And like you said, OG Anunoby went down during the season. Randle is out, but they managed to be second in the East. It was just Joel Embiid who was down. You have no excuse.
No excuse
You added
at all.
Buddy. You added Buddy.
You brought
Hield.
in a
You
top
brought
tier
in
coach
top tier-
in Nick Nurse. Come on.
You brought in this
Nicholas
player.
Batum.
You have the
everybody.
pieces. You have the pieces. There's no excuse. This series, honestly, the first 2 games, it should have been the Sixers winning.
Exactly.
In
the first game,
in
actually.
the final minutes, they just, I don't know what, it's
they
collapsed.
They just fumbled the bag.
They just collapsed.
Fumbled it.
And then you see, with the Joel Embiid injury, I think the Knicks have tried to capitalize on it because when they get offensive rebounds, Joel Embiid cannot jump. So you find players like Hackenstein or their other center player,
I think he got hit. Mitchell Robinson.
just going for the rebounds.
And Embiid can't do anything.
Even on defense, he cannot be aggressive because he's afraid that he'll get hit.
Jalen Brunson kept going
And
on
then
too.
there's one thing where I want to address. Joel Embiid, I never knew you were such a dirty player. My God, this playoffs has just revealed your true colors. For someone who has an injury problem, who has a knee problem, why are you hurting people? Why are you trying to hurt? And you see, when you watch the videos, they look like they are not intentional, but they are so intentional. He's trying to take the Knicks players out. You tried it on you took Robinson out. You held his leg, and I don't know why he wasn't ejected. I call it the Draymond Green syndrome. You took him out. You tried it on Hart. Tried it on Brunson. Why? With someone with an injury, at least you should have the sympathy. Like, you should know how it feels like to be injured. But I don't know why he's playing that. Maybe it's out of frustration. It could be out of frustration because he said in a press conference that he feels that the Philly should be leading the series, and obviously they should be. Because
some of those games that they've lost,
it just doesn't make sense. And we should give props to OG Anunoby.
I was literally going there.
He's the glue to that team. He's the glue to that team. On defense, he's going for rebounds. He's switching on Joel Embiid. He's switching on difficult assignments. And even on offense, he's getting to the rim. He's being the guy setting the screen. He's popping. He's rolling. What do you want from OG Anunoby you cannot get? This is a complete player. And I don't know who advised them to bring this guy, but then he's one of the best choices they've ever made. The Knicks have ever made in a long time.
One of the best choices maybe is Jalen Brunson, getting him out of free agency from the Mavericks. I think that was also an excellent choice. But Tom Thibodeau has done a wonderful job. Coach. Now, the position that the Sixers are in, before we close the lid on this one, it's in one of the toughest positions because you're going to New York. Joel Embiid can come up with a masterclass and they'll still lose. We saw Joel Embiid drop like 30 points, they still lose. At this point, I feel like the Sixers have just won the series.
Sixers have won the series.
I'm sorry, the Knicks have won the series because it's just looking too difficult for me on out. And Jalen Brunson has not gotten into the groove. It's just going to be too tough. I mean, the guys in the chat, let us know if you think the Sixers can overturn this one. And it is very, very difficult.
There's one positive side for the Sixers because Joel Embiid went out in the regular season, and then now Maxey was that guy. So he was carrying so much load in the regular season. So now he has more reps. He knows what to do, when to roll, and when to get off screens, when to get off picks. He knows what to do now. And then now getting into the postseason, even though it's not going well for them, now he's getting that playoff experience in the position where he's now playing. So now he knows what to do as the main guy, as the number 2 guy. Maybe in case he becomes the number 1 guy, he has more reps. He can say that I've been to the playoffs. I know what it takes now. So if maybe they want to put the plug on Joel Embiid, I think with the kind of reps he has had in the regular season and in the postseason,
they could look at building around Max.
They could just look at building around Max.
That should be an interesting conversation. And if they get beaten, in fact, they get booted out of the playoffs, I'm sure we'll revisit this conversation again because Joel Embiid has been there for too long, and they've been a failure for too long. Oh, come on, that's the truth. That's the truth. The second round case, you are still not getting past. I mean, Joel Embiid is one of my favorite players. Come on. On his day, he's one of the best offensive players in the NBA. But come on, for the NBA, you are judged on what you win.
Yeah.
And what you win in the playoffs is what you are judged on. So if you can't win, that's just me. I mean, Jalen Brunson, I wanted to conclude with this one. His ability to just reject the screens and just be great is what is causing all of these problems for the Sixers. But come on, in the comment section, who do you think is winning this series? And if the Sixers do lose the series, which is likely, very, very possible because they are down 3-1, should they be done with Joel Embiid? That's the big question for you guys.
So what do you think in the comment section? Do you think Philly is making a comeback or they are done? So subscribe to the channel, put us on post notification, and we are out.